Hello, today I'm in central northern Poland in a region called Kurpie. It's a little region within Mazovia, in the north of Mazovia and south of Mazurian lakes, which is famous of its pine woods, of free peasants and a very interesting ethnic culture which preserved a lot of wild foods, and the region is especially famous for juniper beer. Now we can see junipers mainly as undergrowth in pine woods, but in the past most of them grew outside the forest in pastures. They were very big and they produced these pseudo fruits. Here they are not ripe yet, and these were used for making an alcoholic drink called here locally psiwo kozicowe. And a few years ago our team researched the history and traditional use of this drink in northern Poland. But it all started here from the research of my friend Tomasz Madej, who made interviews with the last ladies in Poland who kept producing this traditional drink. And here is an example of locally made juniper beer made in this restaurant, Wiszące Ogrody, hanging gardens with a beautiful view of the Narew River in Nowogród, in the center of Kurpie region. And now we see a juniper which is over 100 years old. It grows in my forest. It's the oldest juniper here. It's a dioecious species, so there are female and male trees. This is a female. It bears fruits, not really fruits, pseudo fruits. These thingies, they are cones which are fleshy and sweet. This is from the year before, because last year it really suffered from wet snow and lots of branches got broken, so only the old ones. They are very sweet, so they are good material for alcoholic drinks. I was surprised to find out that in central Poland also there is a tradition of making juniper drink, and a company in Piotrków Trybunalski in central Poland makes it. I don't think they ferment it alcoholically, but it contains hops extract and juniper, and it's probably not artificially sweetened and just with artificial gas. So here I give you the link to the paper we published in Journal of Ethnobiology in 2014, which describes the whole story of juniper beer in Poland. What is interesting that juniper flavored beers or beer-like drinks are known from around the Baltic, but mainly flavored with branches, with needles, not with pseudo fruits. But the historian of alcohol, Patrick McGovern, the person who discovered the oldest alcoholic drink in the world in China and the oldest wine in Georgia, and his Danish colleagues published a paper in 2013 reporting the use of juniper pseudo fruits in Denmark. It was used in something called grog, like a mixture of cereals and honey and fruits. So we can hypothesize that the drink made in Kurpie might have prehistoric origins and maybe even may predate agriculture in Eastern Europe. I also give you the link to this paper. The remnants of the drink with juniper in Denmark were dated between 3.5 and 2,000 years ago. So very ancient history. And now a recipe for this drink. So you need 10 liters of water, half a kilo of juniper pseudo fruits, a kilogram or a liter of honey, or if you don't have honey you can replace it with sugar, but better use honey, a handful of hops, and 20 to 30 grams of yeast. So first you crush the berries. You can use a mortar, best like wooden mortar. If you don't have it, like a stone mortar, just crush it properly, and then stirring, put it in the water, and slowly heat it. Once it's hot, you can add the honey, and you also have to make sure that the like foam and resinous parts of the berry which go to the top is skimmed, and the rest is sieved. When you cool it, it's sieved, and then when it cools down, you add hops while it's hot, and then when it cools down, you add yeast, and you stir it. Maybe, heat it for another, no, you don't heat it now because you added yeast. Sorry, I mixed it. So before you add yeast, you heat it for half an hour, and then you sieve it again through some kind of like textile, and you leave it, and it can be drunk the next day. Then it's slightly fermented, has very little alcohol. But you can also leave it for a few days and seal it, and then it contains more alcohol, is more fizzy. But of course, all the time you keep it sealed. So it's a bit like making elderflower lemonade. Very similar, but using juniper parts.